Devin Booker has officially become Nike Basketball's newest signature athlete, as they have already unveiled his first signature model, the Book 1, which unfortunately has been getting roasted online. Like, people really don't like what they're seeing from Devin Booker's first Nike silhouette, but I actually can kind of see what Nike was trying to do here. So once I try to explain what I think Nike was trying to accomplish with the Book 1, I think it might just change how you feel about these. All right, so before I try to defend Nike here with the Book 1, I got it right here on the iPad. Let me just give you like my first knee-jerk reaction to these, and I want to hear what you guys think about these before I get into what Nike was trying to accomplish with this silhouette. I really want to know, just without any information, without any real thought put into it, what is your reaction to the Book 1? Because my reaction is probably very similar to yours. Like, the Book 1, it doesn't look great. Like, honestly, it looks like a fake pair of Air Force Ones. And I'm not talking about like a new fake pair, because fakes these days are so good, it's kind of hard to tell between the two. I'm talking about an old school fake pair of Air Force Ones that you would get on Canal Street that just look so bad. The swoosh is like too big on them. That's what the Book 1 looks like to me. Like, honestly, like everything from the exposed stitching to where the panels are on the toe box, it looks like a fake pair of Air Force Ones. Now, the Air Force One is one of the greatest silhouettes of all time. It's one of the most important sneakers in the entire world, and it has been for many, many years. So looking like a pair of Air Force Ones is not a bad thing, but looking like a fake knockoff pair, that's not really good. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much in line with you guys. I'm not really liking how the Book 1 looks. It doesn't look like a signature sneaker. It looks like something you would find in Famous Footwear, like the Nike shoes in Famous Footwear. That's what these look like. It looks like a $60 shoe. You get it for $59.99. Your mom buys you maybe a white and a black pair at the beginning of school season. Like, this is what this shoe looks like to me. But like I said earlier, I think I know what Nike was trying to accomplish with the Book 1. And once I kind of critically thought about this shoe and why it's designed this way, it kind of changed my mind on them a little bit, and it got me a little excited to see how these would perform on the court. Not too much, but a little bit. So allow me to explain. Now, what do we know about Devin Booker and his on-court options? Like, what do we see Devin Booker rocking on the court on a daily basis? Recently, to me, there's been two shoes that he's been seen rocking regularly, and that is the Kobe AD mids as well as the Kobe 4s. Now, he does have player-exclusive colorways of both of those shoes, and diving into the tech of the Book 1, the heel has a top-loaded Air Zoom bag, which that's going to be really nice. But zooming out aesthetically and performance-wise, this shoe, the Book 1, looks like a baby of the Nike Kobe AD mid and the Kobe Zoom 4s. And that would make sense because that's the two shoes that Devin Booker loves to play in. So I think when Nike sat Devin Booker down and said, hey, we're gonna give you a signature shoe, why don't you tell us what you like in a basketball shoe? What do you look for? What do you want the Book 1 to look or feel like? I don't think it's a far stretch to say that Devin Booker said, I love the Kobe AD mids and I love the Kobe 4. Make my shoe a combination of those two, because the results speak for themselves. You got the mid-cut collar. Those materials look awfully similar to the Kobe AD mids, which those materials were very bad. My pair got absolutely destroyed. The durability was not good on them, and the performance on them was about as mid as you can get. Like, it wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, but it was just kind of blah. And then if you look at the outsole of the Book 1, you have a very deep herringbone, which is full length. Now, this has me really excited because herringbone is about as tried as true as you can get. Hopefully the rubber compound holds up to the pattern, but I have no reason to believe that the traction on these isn't going to be anything less than absolutely insane, because that traction pattern looks deep, there's enough space, it looks durable, and it honestly looks very similar to the Kobe 4, with the exception of the Book 1's traction pattern being just a little bit more spaced out. But remember, the Kobe 4s also use full-length herringbone, which is exactly what we're seeing from the Book 1. Now, if that wasn't enough to convince you that the Book 1 is basically a baby Kobe silhouette, again, take a look at the midsole construction. You do have that air zoom bag on the heel, which again is top loaded. You also have a Cushlon 2.0 midsole and a midfoot shank. Now, all of this is very similar to the Kobe 4 with the heel zoom unit and a midfoot shank. It reminds me a ton of the Kobe 4 setup. So I think when you fit your foot into Book 1, it's going to feel very similar to the Kobe 4, which again would make a ton of sense because we know Devin Booker loves playing in the Kobe 4s. So it would make sense for him to have a shoe that feels very similar because again, it's what he's most comfortable wearing. Now, I do quickly want to mention that I think the Book 1 is going to feel a little bit more cushiony than say like the Kobe 4 or even the Kobe AD mids, because it does use Cushlon 2.0. I think the Kobe 4 was just Phylon, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that the cushioning system, while it might feel a little bit like the Kobe 4, I think it's going to feel more like something like an early Paul George signature sneaker, like a little bit more cloudy. But again, on the flip side, I wouldn't be surprised if these are very low to the ground and we can kind of feel the cord and we have some impact protection, which is basically what you feel when you're rocking a pair of Kobe's. At least that's the hope, because if we all love Kobe's and then we get our foot into Book 1 and it feels like a Kobe, does it really matter how the shoe looks? Because I know we said earlier, we don't like how they look visually, but if they feel like a pair of Kobe's, at least that's kind of halfway, right? Because Kobe's are hard to get. At least we can get a shoe that feels like it on the court, but isn't it, but we're getting it for a cheaper price. I don't know. I'm a glass half full type of guy, so I'm looking at the Book 1 like that. I'm hoping for the best because visually, again, I am disappointed, but performance-wise and DNA-wise, I am actually kind of intrigued. So real quick, I just want to go over a couple of visual hints or design features as well. The back heel tab is inspired by book spines because obviously Devin Booker, his nickname is Book. So if you take a look at the inside of the pull tab, it kind of looks like it has pages. I gotta admit that's kind of cool. We like seeing that. We like seeing some thought into the design elements of these sneakers, and the Book 1 is no stranger to that. If you take a look at the insole, you have this barcode, which is a combination of his jersey number, Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I guess is where he's from, Moss Point High, his high school probably, and then 602 to cap it off, which is the city of Phoenix. And then finally, we have Devin Booker's family initials on the inside of the tongue label, which I thought was funny because if I'm part of Devin Booker's family, I'm like, yo, you couldn't have put us like on the shoe where someone can see on the inside of the tongue label. Like nobody is going to see that. What do we not mean enough to you, Devin? Huh? Look at Giannis. His family's initials are everywhere on the outside of the shoe, not the inside. What the heck? All jokes aside, I think initially, it's okay to feel what you feel about the Book 1. Like, it doesn't look great visually. In fact, it looks kind of uninspired, even though Nike gave us this long press release where, you know, Booker's talking about the word future classic, and that's what they were trying to go for, and all these design inspirations, which again, some of them hit, some of them don't. The Book 1 will release in spring 2024. So hopefully we get some better look at some different colorways. Until then, it is quite a while. I thought it was weird that they already announced it and then they say, hey, you're gonna have to wait 6 months, basically until the end of the season or maybe even playoffs. I thought that was weird, but whatever. Let me know what you guys think about the book one. Did I change your mind or did I not? Let me know in the comment section below. And remember to subscribe to the channel for more sneaker related content just like this. My name's Darren. It's been great having you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.